Quick warning, this entire very long video is about chickens, chicks, hatching chicks, egg colors, chicken math, chicken genetics, chicken for dummies, chickens. So if you're not into chickens, I'm just fair warning, proceed at your own risk. This alien spaceship flying saucer looking thing is an egg incubator, and I am going to incubate some eggs. This was a gift to me last fall. Thank you. And I have been itching to use it, but I just don't want, I'm not gonna, it's not me to just be hatching out chicks willy-nilly. So I was holding off until an appropriate time, and this is an appropriate time. The shindig is coming up April 6th, and I can at least offer some baby chicks, I hope. Not just barnyard mixed baby chicks, but baby chicks that actually might be wanted by other chicken flock owners out there. Which eggs am I going to hatch? These are my whiting true blue eggs. I have 4 whiting true blue hens. Bob. I have 4 whiting true blue hens. I got them off Craigslist last spring. Betty White is one of the whiting true blue hens, but she lays small eggs and she doesn't lay very many of them, so I do not hatch her eggs. That's not the genetics that I want to pass along. But Mary Tyler Moore, Carol Burnett, and Private Benjamin, they lay extra large eggs, 4 to 5 per week when I was keeping track last fall. And yeah, 4 to 5 really good size eggs per week, and that's pretty good for blue egg layers. They do lay blue eggs. They're called Whiting True Blues. They lay blue eggs. They were developed by Dr. Tom Whiting, and he got his PhD at the University of Arkansas. So he's still in the chicken breeding business. He just breeds them for the feathers for fly fishing now. So that's interesting. One of the reasons I've been holding off incubating eggs is I don't know who the father is. So, you know, it's kind of up in the air, and I wouldn't be able to offer what I want to offer. But these whiting true blue hens have been in with a Welsumer rooster. So if he is the father, then I have, these will be olive eggers, just like the olive eggers that I have running around right now. And so that's if he's the father. I also had 2 olive egger roosters in there also. If they are the father, then the chicks that hatch out of these will be, they're sometimes called mint eggers. It will be, there's the blue egg. If the Welsumer is the father, he will put a darker shade of brown on the blue egg, so it'll be closer to olive. And if the olive eggers are the father, they'll put a lighter shade of brown on the egg, so it'll be closer to a mint color. But in any event, these will either be olive eggers or mint eggers, and they will lay some type of greenish, bluish tinted egg. And hey, that's cool that people want those. So this incubator, I believe, holds about a dozen. And I got it out and getting it ready to go, and it's small enough that I can keep it here in my temperature controlled room. This is the only temperature controlled room I have. The incubator just operates better when it doesn't have to deal with, you know, 35 degree nights and 70 degree days, as we will probably have this weekend. Bob, dude, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a dozen of them in here. I do have another incubator. If I decide to incubate more that would hatch before the shindig, I might do that. But I'm going to do 12 of them And these will be straight run, you know, you don't know what you're getting, male or female, and there's like a 33% chance it'll be a true olive egger and a 66% chance it'll be an olive egger father, a white and true blue mother, and the hens that come out of this will lay a mint green. So you're gonna get some type of green shade from these baby chicks, and so I'm gonna hatch them, and that's gonna be cool. It takes 21 days to incubate them, and it's unplugged right now. So what you want to do is, well, and all incubators are different. This is a Magic Fly mini incubator. I've never used it, so this is going to be my first time. I will have to manually turn the eggs. You want to mimic nature, and in nature, a hen sitting on her eggs would shuffle around during the day and, you know, stir up the egg nest, and they would be turned. I've also been doing that with these because I knew I was potentially going to be hatching these, and so I have been flipping these from side to side every time I think of it during the day. Usually 2, 3, maybe 4 times a day. I'll just flip them from one side to the other, and that's so that the yolk doesn't stick to the sides of the eggs, and you'll have a better hatch rate. That's what they tell me, I don't know. But so I have been doing that, and any hatching eggs I might have at the shindig, I will be, you know, that's why they're called hatching eggs, is they have been treated as if they are going to go into an incubator or be put under a broody hen. Oh, what else can I tell you about this? Bob is loving it. Grumpy's out there in Bob's sleeping spot. So Bob's in here in Grumpy's sleeping spot, and yeah. Okay, I might as well show you this now, since once the eggs are in there, I won't be able to show you how this thing is put together. Bob, it's pretty simple. You know, the top, that's your control unit, and it's in Celsius, so I'm gonna have to learn that. This is a temperature, and I don't know if it's got a humidity probe on there or not. I haven't had it plugged in long enough to play around with that. This is just a plastic centerpiece thing, and then this is just a plastic bottom. It has the styrofoam, which the instructions don't really talk about, but I think you leave that in there until lockdown. I'll probably talk about that later. And then in the middle here, this is a reservoir for water, so you can control the humidity, but you just put the styrofoam on there so they're not right against the plastic to crack them, I guess. And then this little guard thing goes over your water for probably after the chicks hatch. And yeah, it's just a very simple little incubator, and I am excited to get going. What I'll have to do is at least 2 times a day open this up and manually flip the eggs, and I'll be putting markings on the eggs, and I'll probably show you that tomorrow when I put them in there. The instructions suggest to run it for 12 hours before putting the eggs in the incubator. So I will turn that on tonight, and then tomorrow we'll be putting the eggs in there. Right, Bob? You excited about having some baby chicks running around here? It is now time to put these eggs into the incubator. I have used a pencil, and can you see my writing there? Bobblehead, Arkansas. I used a pencil and marked on both sides. Oop. I don't know if you can see that. And then on that side I did it the other direction, because I want to turn these eggs every day, multiple times a day, and so that will help me keep track. I use pencil instead of like a marker, like a Sharpie or something like that, because there's a chance that that marker can bleed through the eggs, and you know, why take the chance if you've got a pencil lying around that will work good enough. So here we go. 12 eggs in the incubator, and we're off. Today is March the 8th, so I marked that on the calendar. Their expected due date is March the 29th, and that means 3 or 4 days before the hatch date you do what's called lockdown. That's when you stop turning the eggs and you set it and forget it. No more touching the eggs, no more opening the incubator, just leave it alone. It's on lockdown. So I marked that date as the 25th. So yep, here we go, trying to get a dozen chicks. There might be a whole handful of you fellow chicken people out there that want to know why I'm hatching the whiting true blue eggs instead of hatching my Welsomer and olive eggs. Well, I explained already that I know the hens that are hatched out of these eggs will lay a mint or an olive green egg or some shade in between. So I know that. With these, I'll start off with the Welsomer. With the Welsomer, there's like a 75% chance that the hens that hatch out of these will lay brown eggs. And there's a 25% chance that they will lay olive eggs. And with the olive eggs, why don't I just hatch olive eggs and create more olive eggers? Unfortunately, that is not how it works, at least with my olive eggers. Mine are first generation. So mine have one white egg gene and one blue egg gene. So, and they can pass along either one. If they pass along the white egg gene, then their offspring will lay brown eggs. That's a whole, yeah. Man, if you think chicken math is hard, you should try figuring out the chicken genetics of olive eggs. I want to get to the point where I have olive eggers that have 2 blue egg genes, and they have the brown egg genetics to put a layer of brown on top of the blue egg to create olive eggers. I want to get to that point. That can take several years and several generations before you get to the point of 2 blue egg genes and the brown egg genetics to turn them into olive eggers. I want to get to that point, but I'm not there yet. So I just have the first generation olive eggers, and yeah, so I won't get into all that. Now, and for right now, these are the ones I'm hatching, and I'll just let the cat out of the bag. I put 12 in, you just saw that. I'm saving all my whiting true blues from now until I think Tuesday, and I'm going to try to hatch those in my other incubator also. So hopefully I'll have about, who knows, I don't know. I don't want to make any guarantees. If all goes well, I might have about 2 dozen baby chicks. Straight run, male and female. The females will lay some type of mint, olive egg, or some shade in between. But in about 3 weeks, after my roosters left the flocks, it takes 3 weeks for the rooster stuff to get out of the hen situation. Oh man, I wasn't even trying to be funny. That was just me being a dummy doing, you know, chickens for dummies by dummies or whatever. I'm glad some of you found that amusing. So yeah, 3 weeks for that to happen, and then I will know if I've only got 1 rooster in those 2 flocks, so I know who the father will be. That won't leave me enough time before the shindig to hatch any eggs. But what I can do is that last week before the shindig, I know my Welsomer hens are in with Welsomer rooster, and these will be purebred Welsomer chicks that hatch out of these eggs the last week before the shindig. And same with my whiting true blues. The last week before the shindig, I will know that you know, the whiting true blue is the mother, the Welsomer is the father, and that I will have olive eggers very similar to all of the olive eggers that I have right now. So that's why I'm hatching the whiting true blue eggs. I just feel more comfortable trying to sell chicks that will lay, you know, in that green spectrum versus trying to sell chicks that, hey, you can either get brown eggs or you can get olive eggs. And I know there are still some holdouts out there that are like, who cares? Nobody cares about the colors of the eggs, and you're just an idiot. All right, whatever. this idiot went to the hatchery's websites and priced out the price of a baby chick of a white leghorn, about $2. And then this idiot went to look at the prices at the hatcheries. You know, they're in this business, and what they were the price was on the olive eggers and the green eggers, and yeah, they're getting like $7, $10, $12, $18, $20. So yeah, people do care about the color of eggs out there, and if you don't believe me, go check out the prices at the hatcheries. You know, Murray McMurray is where I got the Whiting True Blues. They don't have olive eggers. They have the Whiting True Green, which is a different breed than the Whiting True Blues, and those are like $5. And then Murray McMurray, Meyer Hatchery, I should say, I think they were like $7 for their olive eggers, and let's see, Cackle Hatchery was like $10 or $12 for their olive eggers. So yeah, there's something to this colorful egg business, and that's what I am trying to do, is create a little business income for myself. So it makes a whole heck of a lot more sense for me to breed chickens that lay green and blue eggs when I can get more money per chick than if I just bred white leghorns. It's just how it is. I didn't make it like that. I'm just learning the market and going from there. So yep, that's the deal. All right. Yeah, I've been talking about chickens a lot. It's chick days here at Bobblehead Homestead. Anybody who's going out to farm stores this time of year, you hear their chirping when you walk into it's chick days everywhere. Tractor Supply and Atwood's here, they've got baby chicks. And in fact, the Tractor Supply in Boonville had Welsomer baby chicks. And I wasn't even tempted because I'm going for better quality of Welsomers. That's one thing. You know, I'm having all this fun with the blue and the olive eggs and the green eggs and the mint eggs and all that stuff. But what I really look forward to doing is breeding these Welsomers and helping preserve this breed for future generations. There's the American Poultry Association, I don't know. They put out the standards of perfection. They've kept track of these birds for, well, I think in America for like 50 years, and I think the European Association has been keeping track of them for longer. And what you're doing is you're just trying to keep your chickens as similar to the chickens that were around 50 years ago. So we're trying to preserve that breed for the future generations, and that's what I want to do with the Welsomer. Is here's a breed that is however many years old. I think 1970s is when it was imported here to the U.S., but it was around a lot longer over in Europe with their poultry association. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with the Welsomers. Is I want to follow the standards of perfection. That includes all kinds of descriptions on their coloring and the size of their combs and their wattles and their, the placement of their combs and, their leg height and their leg color and their, body width and their, the tail angle and the neck angle and the length of the neck, and there are all these standards of perfection. And so that's what I've been trying to learn about the Welsomers, and so that I can try to keep my Welsomers as close to that standard of perfection as I can get, so that I can pass along this this wonderful heritage breed to people in the future that might want to enjoy that breed also. Okay, that's it for the chickens. I know, and a lot of you are probably not chicken people, and you're tired of the chicken talk. It's just my life right now. I'm sorry. And then now for the next month, my life is going to be basically getting prepared for the shindig. So you're going to be hearing a lot about that. That's a good income opportunity for me. There's going to be, I don't know, maybe like 1,000 like-minded people coming to that event. And I'm just thank you to VW Family Farm and Roots and Refuge Farm for all of your efforts putting that together. I think that's just great, and I do appreciate the income opportunities I'm going to have there. Including selling t-shirts. I know I mentioned that before. And yes, I will be having t-shirts available for anyone to order and have them shipped to you. You know, contrary to my personal calamities on whether or not that's a good thing in the world, I'm going to do it. So yeah, anybody who wants a t-shirt in the U.S., I don't know about shipping overseas. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, Drew from Dutch Creek Cabin, that's his side gig. He's got everything to take the orders. You'll be able to go to his website and order my shirts and pay for them with PayPal or credit card, and he will ship them. So he has all that capability of making the shirts and taking the orders and shipping them out. So thank you, Drew. Hopefully, within like the next week, I'll be having those shirts available. What I think I'll also do is do pre-orders for the shindig. I'll give you a discount if you buy the shirt before the shindig and then come pick it up at the shindig. You know, there you go. That's less travel and shipping stuff around. So I'll probably make that available also. Oh, what else we got going on? And then, yeah, I'm going to be doing seeds. I'm going to be starting seeds here as soon as I possibly can. I'm going to be setting up my other incubator and getting that going. I'm going to be trying to build some like bird houses, bird feeders. There's a fly on the camera. Squirrel feeders. Yeah, there's some good ideas out there. We'll see what I can get done on that front. I'll just, try to put a bunch of stuff together that I think is other people might find valuable and enjoyment out of them. Okay, that's it. Take her easy. Thanks for watching. Sorry about all the chicken talk. It's just I can go on and on about chickens. And that fly is still attacking my camera. Dudes. Alright, take her easy. And as I am editing this video, 21 minutes and 40 seconds so far, I realized I haven't even talked about what are the chickens gonna look like that I am hatching. And I have no idea what they're gonna look like. That's one of the cool things about barnyard mixes, hybrids, crossbreeds, mutts, whatever you want to call them. You have the opportunities to get some really unique looking chickens and hens, and so yeah, I have no idea. Mary Tyler Moore is like a lavender color. She might be one of the mothers, so she can pass along some of that. Private Benjamin and Carol Burnett, they're both darker. They both have a lot of black, very intricate feathering patterns, and you just don't know with mixed breeds like this. So yeah, I just wanted to interject that here. That no clue what they're going to look like, but there is a chance for beards. I'm a sucker for beards when it comes to hens. What can I say? All right, take her easy for a third time.